Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals is 0 hour to make the best game ever. Good, before we jump back into code, let's see what's currently up in store in terms of approved reviews that we can maybe merge. I think these two we can merge. Yeah. Yeah. Do I need to replicate here anything? 71, 74. This one is blah, 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 blah. Looks good, he says. Fair enough, he says. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let me look at the code again. This one is in core, blah, blah, deal length. Blah, 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 yeah. And this one, blah, 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 blah. Normalized, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Set angle. Radiance, yeah. This parenthesis here is so weird. What is this? I just took it over. No questions asked. Yeah. Should we maybe make another fix for this? Vector view norm angle. Vector view norm angle. There we go. Let's search for this because that really looks unholy. Yeah, I think it would be better to say this one is a bit clearer, right? I mean, the parentheses would not be necessary because the multiplicator operator has precedence over the plus. But I think this one is also pretty clear. Okay. Then how about we push that? Fix jank format. Jank, yeah, format. Okay. Then this one looks a bit better here. Angle. Okay. Good, then we need to wait for this to finish compiling. Good. What about the other guys here? This one. was no update to this. Okay. Actually, there was something here. Implement. Edit the commit. Fix up. Must be included before mass headers. So he used AI to do this edit. Like, this is probably AI generated, right? This I don't think he wrote this by hand to do this trivial change here, right? And so all this is AI generated, and this is AI generated. So he changed this with AI. He didn't do it by hand. So like he couldn't select these lines, delete these, and this one, change the indentation here, and be done. He had to use AI prompt for this. What? Man, the AI is really taking over the brains here. What is this? Like, this is something you do by hand. Like 2 seconds by hand, and he used AI for this. What is this? Okay, so he did something here. Okay. That's yeah, okay. This looks like it's still work in progress then. So regarding the decouple credit scroll, how can we advance with this now? Everything was done here, but still trigger divide by 0. Divides by this. I don't know. What do we do now with this guy? I mean, everything seems to be in order. Divide by 0. Base over update. This one can return null, 0, right? Base FPS divided by an update FPS max. 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 SG max. Okay. So FPS ratio. So it has a min update FPS, but it doesn't have a max update FPS. Get the last engine base. I mean, the update time, it can't be 0, right? It's like we can kind of guarantee that it's impossible that an update finishes in 0 nanoseconds. That's impossible. So I think that's fair. So I wonder, maybe this guy needs to be able to pass a max FPS as well. Or we just do a max here. Max here. Max. Why do we have this built in here, by the way? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Base over update FPS. Because it's like a reoccurring thing, right? FPS ratio. Camera adjust speed. Yeah. Can you what happens if we max what if we do a, by the way, I just realized we are allowed to use STD max, STD min. Oh. What about if we do a STD min? What perhaps try STD min and then this one, and then I don't know, minimum base FPS let's say 10. That would be 3 FPS. No, that would be update FPS is floored. 5 FPS. Useful to prevent insane ratios of frame spikes and stalls. Right, because it shouldn't be too small. Okay, but whatever the FPS is, the value is very... Well, it's already floored, so update FPS. So let's say update time is a really huge number. 1 divided by let's say it's a small number, max. Yeah. Yeah, so this should already protect against this case. Yeah. This should already protect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. 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 So, how should that be? Accumulating. Hmm. My suspicion is that this credits manager thing is simply being updated when we tap out. Right, so let's say we put a breakpoint in here. Oh boy. Hmm. Hmm. Looks like the compilation takes a while. Yeah. Then let's take that opportunity to merge this one. Effector view, simplify view angle, normalization. Mm-hmm. Delete this one. Mm-hmm. Okay, fix view. Mm-hmm. Good. We'll get that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we delete this here. No. This one. Delete. And this. Mm-hmm. Okay, then we got that. Let's put a breakpoint here. Let's run this. What's going on here with the monkey videos? My gosh. Mona posts 5 monkey videos every day. Gotta get the monkey virus. Good. So credits. Yeah, let me go in there. So it will get there. Let's take a look at the core stack. Yeah. So there's a game client update. Let's see, game engine update. Yeah. Subsystem. Game client. Yeah. Shell update. Shell update. Yeah, I mean, it has to. Finished. Yeah. Interestingly, I don't see a problem here. It just works anyway. What is the problem actually? What is the problem here? Credit screen scrolling now uses frame blah consistent speed regardless of frame rates. Credits won't jump ahead when tapping out and back in. So when I increase the FPS to 90, it still goes in the same speed as before, doesn't it? Or am I mistaken? What is the issue? It looks a bit more stuttery. If I go to 90, it looks very smooth the way it moves. 120, it looks even smoother. But the speed looks the same, doesn't it? Verify credit still is... Okay, what are these videos here? Yeah, it looks a bit stuttery. Is that the problem or? They both stutter. They both stutter. Great. I just tested credits screen before this change, and movement speed looks consistent across frame rates. Tested 30 versus 120. What is the issue? Yeah, maybe let me look at this again, yeah? It looks the same speed. So we're 120 FPS, it runs the same speed. Ah, it's about resolution, right? Regardless of, but it says regardless of frame rate. I think I remember it was not about frame rate, but it was about resolution. Right? I'm not sure. Let's see his answer. Let's see what happens if we go to 800, 600 credits. Looks the same. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. Okay. So let me go to author Stubiax. We had not looked at for a while. He has 10 open things. Jesus Christ. I think this one here needs to look at, right? Dosa AI, if Dosa AI task. If Dosa AI. Task. Against the task. Task. I do like the suggestion from Maula for a cancel all tasks function, but that can be a follow-up refactor. Cancel all task function. Okay. Well, if that fixes the issue, then I guess we're good. Okay. By the way, this one goes to Dosa AI update. Object. Bug fix objects. Okay. Then anything else you want to look at? Prevent dead units from repeatedly dealing crash damage. No retail. They're all no retail. Allow exit during match outcome. What about this now? This change allows players to bring up the quit menu and exit the game during the match outcome screen. Hide the mouse. Requires flags. If this also affects on play, I would double check that this doesn't affect the match outcome handling. What is the plan on this guy? This one. If he cannot do this refactoring for the mouse, then I can do that. Yeah. Let's see what the response will be. But, what else can we look at? Battle plans are not always applied correctly. Fix inconsistent mind collision behavior. It's a crash. Okay. This change fixes an issue where a dead unit can enter a container if the unit happens to die on the same frame that it enters the container. The issue can cause the game to crash or lead to strange and undefined behavior, such as a unit teleportation. Oof. Well, that didn't work. Did the website die or? No, it's back. Tank then spawned on top of the GLA Technica. Issue that the dead RPG trooper entered the vehicle. Then shortly after, the tank somehow took its spot. Notice how the loaded cargo indicator changed from green to blue. What's going on here? Let me make this a bit larger so we can look at it in all its pristine. So there's some rocket soldiers that want to enter this jeep. Yeah. Then this guy burned, but he entered this vehicle. Right? He burned, but he's inside the vehicle now. Is a green spot. And then now he's a blue spot in there. It's hard to see because it's so small. But we can zoom in there. Yeah, there you can see it's blue now. And then there's a Gatling tank suddenly on top. That's a chain of events, yeah? Makes sense, right? Very plausible. Yeah, fantastic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. When the right-hand RPG trooper dies, it also enters technical and takes up the second slot. After. When the right-hand RPG trooper dies, it does not enter the technical because it is dead. That's very reasonable, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That makes sense. Thumbs up. Oh, reactions don't work anymore. Oh, looks like GitHub is slow, isn't it? Reactions don't work. Solid, blah blah. Needs booby trap handling added. What? What? Missing booby trap check. What? Debug build, it seems to occur when any member of the dead object is accessed. This happens as a result of hovering or selecting the container or issuing commands. Power Mobile, what is this? What? Okay, great. Great. While this is deterministic, replace work, it is also dependent on the internal game state. These unpredictable results. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. The game is going to crash because of this use after free bug. Mm-hmm. The real issue happens if a unit that's already on the global object destroy list is added to a contain list. Mm-hmm. If this happens, the contain list will contain an object pointer pointing to deallocated memory. Mm-hmm. Or reallocated memory. Aha. Hence the possibility for teleportation. I see. I see. That explains the issue, yeah. So you have this, you have some object that is dead is being added to the container, and now that container holds a pointer to that object, and then that object jumps to that container because he's referenced there. I see. For a unit that's already on the global object. Mm-hmm. What the hell is that? Prevented use after fray. So the bug fix, the game crashes 99 of 100 times. Mm-hmm. 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 If a new invalid object is allocated to the occupant's memory, nobody crashes. Mm-hmm. If the container object is used before any allocation, all clients crash. Hmm. If a retake client allocates a new invalid object to the occupant's memory, the game will mismatch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, if retail compatible CSC, then we do this. Rider is now return. Okay, if else. Okay, so the first thing I see here is, oh boy. What? Something is going on here with GitHub. It's badly lagging. Yeah. Oof. Check. And detonate booby trap. What? Hmm. Hmm. Why is this gone now? Always ensure interacting objects are alive. This prevents undefined behavior if a unit dies and enters a container on the same frame. Interacting objects are alive. If rider is... Okay, so my first comment is here. You can simplify this by writing can be simplified by doing this. So I would say we write it like this. And then another line. And if rider is effectively that, and not is indestructible. Oh boy, GitHub really is dying. Dang. Well, I would say we have to wait. Yeah. Okay, well, let's not stress it then. Then I would say let's update here this fix. Ah, shit. Let's do a reset. Let's drop this dash. And this one as well. This one as well. Good. Let's go to camera. Let's create a copy. 6. Then we rename this camera 6. Rebase. Okay, I'm not sure what we're looking at here right now. So we take the green one or the blue one? I think the blue one. Here we have more conflicts. Then here we take the green one, I guess. And here as well, yeah. Here's where the blue one. Blue. Okay, that's it. Nope, doesn't work. Well, then it looks like we have to do some code work instead. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so work in progress, fix camera 6. Great. Then I would say the next step is we go to main branch and we we split off the next stuff. Let's see. Cherry pick. So let's see what we can take this time. So W3D view already looks much simpler. That's great. It still has a lot of stuff in there, but we're getting there. Okay, what can we do next? We need to get hold of the default pitch thingy. That's an important foundation. How do we do that? Default pitch. Set new default camera pitch. It affects the camera distance to the ground. Set default pitch. Set default pitch. Set default pitch. Yeah. Okay, let's look around a bit. Let's make it a bit larger so you can also see. So set default pitch. It looks like before we do that, we have to do some other stuff first, like recalc camera, for example. I think now it's getting really complicated to split this. Yeah. It's doing scripted camera. Scripted camera. Recut camera. Force redraw. Camera area. Oh man. I'm not sure we can do that, but how about we do... How about we take all of these guys? Recoil camera. Can we do that? I don't know. Maybe. Well, I guess that's one way to find out. We just try, see what happens. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, if recoil camera, then we take this guy. Oh boy. We don't take this yet, but we have this here. Recoil camera. Okay, well, this would be adventurous. So, set camera transform. No, in it. In it we call recoil camera. Right, before we remove this here. Then we do this. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, I think we got the most of it. Then we need to add, or we need to remove just add this. And remove. We remove this. We add this. Okay. Okay. Then let's see if we missed anything. Recoil camera, yeah. Okay. True, true. Set pitch. If we set the pitch, we recalc the camera. Ah, it's already here. No, never mind. Okay, I hope I hope I did that right. So it looks like a relatively small change now. Yeah. Recoil camera. False. True. True. Okay. Good. Let's open a new branch. Then we say refactor. Or I say it's like an optimization, right? Optimize. Recalc camera. Okay, then this will be perf view, simplify and optimize. Let's say optimize and simplify. Camera. Camera transform updates logic. Okay. Then we commit that. Then we stash the rest. And now we need to go to view and look for recalc camera, because there will be some that is, Jesus, that is not with M underscore, this one. So we fix that. And that's it. Okay, there's one more up here. No, that's something else. Okay, good. This should compile. Let's see. Would you mind looking into the issues where we are no longer retail compatible? $15 to 15. Oh, it did. 50. 15. Restore retake compatibility after crash fix. Oof. That will require some brains. Oof. Worst case, fix has to go behind retail comp CSC. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is this check here really necessary? Get object is effectively dead. Rider is effectively dead. Why do we need this check here? Is the effectively that check really test necessary? Is it otherwise possible to add guys into containers? To dead containers? There's no check already higher up the core stack that guards it. Passengers into dead containers. Guards it. I would say it's better to put this up here like this. Bit of spacing here. Perhaps right like so. Looks easier. Why is this necessary here that this is gone now? Why is that? If check and detonate. If get object is effectively dead. Aha, that's why you put it there. I see. I see. It's also weird that here the writer test is behind this. While at it, move this one before the first use of writer above. Okay, so basically he says it doesn't matter. Like it always needs to be tested, this and this. Right. 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 I see. That's fair. Okay, then that kind of answers this question here, why he added this. Let's delete this question. Yeah, so I agree with this change. And if this avoids issues with other things, then that's great. It looks reasonable. I would just write this differently. I don't like the way this is formatted here. Like this thing can be... Oh, by the way, this needs to be different. If not, there we go. And for ZH, CP. So for 0 hour, it would also start like this, and then it would do this here. This, and then else. And then it would do this here. Yeah. this and an end if. There we go. Updates. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I think that's better. I would write it like that. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, maybe put this now before this, yeah, because it is a shorter test, right? Put the shorter test first, like this. Mm-hmm. 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 Maybe you can even make it, write it like this. And if, and then if not, there we go. So this looks the same as this. Mm-hmm. 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 Looks simpler and makes the code easier to merge. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I have this comment somehow twice here. Oh, that's wild. Delete. Duplicates. Mm-hmm. 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 So let's get back to our code here. So recalc camera, there we go. Let's merge this down. Perf view. Recalc camera. Mm-hmm. Camera transform, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see if there's any leftover call to set camera transform. There now just needs to be one call to this, right? There are two. One, there's another one here. Init height for map. Init height format. Why did we not catch that? Init height for map. Init height for map. Init height for map. Set camera transform. It's removed. Recall. Reset pivot to ground. Reset pivot to ground. I guess this one is already calling. This one is calling recall camera. Let's see. How do we deal with that? Well, I guess we just have to remember that then we have to remove it again, sorry. Yeah. Okay, then here we do also camera. Recall camera. True. Okay. Set camera transform. What is doing this? Set camera transform. Build camera transform. Okay. Okay. So then let's test this and see if camera is all good. Yeah. Okay. Small resolution. So let's watch the scripted camera first. Yeah. Lag. Okay. I would say scripted camera looks pretty solid. Let's load some match here. Solo match. Okay, we have a camera. We can scroll around. Man, my machine is lagging. Let me set the command center. So the zoom works. Yep. Rotation, yep. Camera pitching, yep. What else can we do? I think that's about it, right? Yeah, as far as I can tell, camera is okay. Good. Then we take that and we push it. Push. There we go. So this is performance, refactor, minor, gen, ZH. This change optimizes and simplifies the camera transfer update logic. Init. Actually, I wonder why didn't we add it to the constructor? Yeah, we should probably also add it to the constructor. So recoil camera. Init. Camera. Oh, where's it? Recoil camera. Camera area constraints. So shaker angles. Yeah. Okay. Let's put it just here at the end. Set true. Okay. camera. Mm-hmm. Quick camera. Mm-hmm. This ensures that the camera transform is only ever updated once a frame and not multiple times. Mm-hmm. The performance impact is performance impact is negligence. Mm-hmm. I currently do not have capacity to revisit these crash fixes. Right now, I do not have capacity to revisit these crash fixes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then so this one is already approved by someone else. Yeah, let's see. Nice layout. Yeah, beautifully packed. Okay, what is the problem here? This change fixes an issue where crates can be collected multiple times in a single frame. The fix applies to all crates, but it most prominently affects two cases in particular. Supply drop zone crate can be collected multiple times when dropped over densely populated buildings of the same height. Salvage crate neighboring units often collect the same salvage crate when a GLA vehicle is destroyed within a group. I didn't know that this happened. Interesting. Collecting 1,000 crates returns 10,000. Wow, let me see that. Dang, rich. It should give typically 2,500 or 1,500. One crate is 250, I think. Times 6, 1,500, I think. Yeah. Collecting 1,000 crates returns 6,000. Let's see that. Beautiful. 6K. Okay, cool. Nice fix. Let's see. Is valid to execute. Is above terrain. Okay, that looks simple enough, yeah. If get object is destroyed, return false. Right. Prevent the crate from being collected multiple times in a single frame. Fantastic. that is destroyed. It's effectively that is destroyed. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Kind of. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Style. Yeah. Let's ignore the style inconsistencies. Like it's written a bit different here for formatting, but okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this one affects create collide. Bug fix, create collide. Create collide. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then how about we merge that one and that one? This and that. It's previous times for captured doses. Prevent crates from being collected multiple times in a single frame. Collected. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Good. Then we take this guy. All right. And then this guy. Mm-hmm. 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 Great collides. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Greptile is not happy with this. Ooh. Confidence score 1 of 5. Oof. Let's see. Aha, missing Recal camera false after manually setting camera transform. Aha, we already did it. Okay, let me see that. Mm-hmm. 3D camera set transform. Loose lock. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, it's a fair observation, yeah. Let me see what happens. Can we lock? Can we lock the camera in here? Chile. So I think it's Control Shift Alt T. Yeah. So it is locked. And that works. Well, this seems fine. Let's compare this against original. So general, it's English. Oh no, that was the wrong one. So Control blah T. Okay, there we go. So we can rotate as well. We can zoom in. Well, it's pretty much the same. Oof. Okay, so behavior-wise, it looks like the same. Okay, I think that is fine. I can't do a reset camera. Okay, I can't do a reset camera. I don't know if that's a problem or not. Is there anything else not working correctly? I don't know. Okay, but it seems it's very similar. Let's start this again here. Set transform. Set transform. So but we can now reset the camera. That's new. Can also change the pitch. Okay, so well, this also works here. So it works the exact same. So now the question is, do we need to bring that thing back or not? Here, we already did it. Do we need to set it to false? I think then things will break if we do that. I wonder. Transform. Look at. Is this even called? Did we change anything? Well, we can't set the breakpoints. Let's restart. I'm actually not even sure if it calls that code there. Let's put a breakpoint here. Maybe it's not even calling it. Okay, what's the time? 2 hours almost. Maybe we next session we continue looking at this. Yeah. Okay, so it's not going through that code. It's probably going through this here. Let me put a breakpoint here. No? Where's it going through? Camera lock. Invalid ID. Okay, how are we locked on anything? Set camera lock drawable. So originally I removed it because it was useless, because this one would have started as false anyway. So originally this false did never do anything. It never did a thing, because whether this is here or not is inconsequential for anything, because it's already initialized as false, and so it's only afterwards it was set to true, right? If there was some case where it would set to true before, then yeah, but that was never the case. Let me missing explicitly set. Why? The old recoil camera equals false was inconsequential because it was never set to true beforehand. So whether it was there or not makes no difference. Made no difference. We should be able to safely remove it. The old was inconsequential because it was never set to true before that. This is just repeating the same. We should be able to remove it without logic change. Okay, let me see if greptile understands or not. Yeah, I can't observe any issue, but it's also not going through that code. I don't even know what triggers this code here. Get camera lock. Let's see if we can find out who is using this. Set camera lock. Who's calling this? Set camera lock. Lock camera to selection. Lock camera to selection. Let's put a breakpoint here. Huh? Oh, currently stopped here. Another idea. So if I now press this button, how do I unlock the camera? There we go. Okay, let's put a breakpoint here. Select. Okay. Camera lock. Oh, that didn't. There was another function, camera lock drawable, right? No? Jesus Christ. What is this? Okay, let's investigate this next session. What would actually call this code? I would like to see. Because right now it's... You're correct, I was wrong. Looking at the full diff, recalc was a local variable, blah, blah, never set to true. The old with comment we already did it was indeed inconsequential, blah. New code properly converts this to member variable, which is initialized to true in the constructor and inits. Removing the assignment is correct. The camera will be updated at the end of updates, only if the flag is true. My apologies. Yeah, then let's do a new update, please, and correct your faulty review. God damn it. gives me a score of 1 of 5 here, the AI, by claiming some bullshit. Yeah, what is this? Goddamn AI can't get a thing right. Anyway, I will take a break here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.